Swan, for those of you who don't know, is like Lovable for go-to-market. It's basically an AI go-to-market engineer that can work with sales, marketing, RevOps to turn any go-to-market process into an agentic workflow from prompt to pipeline. So you could scale both demand and revenue with intelligence, not headcount, and really iterate on your go-to-market processes at the speed of thought. So Swan is really an agent that is kind of like somewhere between a developer and a RevOps, and can remove all the technical complexity that stands between your ideas and their execution. Just a glimpse overview of what Swan can do for you. So Swan has deep CRM integrations. It can read and write into your CRM, take call transcript notes, assign owners, create tasks, update deals for you. It does that all from within Slack, basically. So it has also a deep Slack integration, so you don't need to context switch. It also has deep web research, so it can go online and research accounts and people. It can enrich and find contacts within a specific account, find their emails, LinkedIn URLs, mobile numbers. You can enrich the account itself to find technographics and firmographics. It can perform LinkedIn and email outreach on your behalf if you connect your mailbox and LinkedIn profile to Swan. And it can even launch sequencing that are fully personalized to each prospect. But that's just where the magic begins. The cool thing is that Swan is not only your co-pilot, is actually an engineer. It can build agents for you that take every process in your go-to-market department and take it into an agentic workflow. And we're going to see it happen. Here, I have a chat with Swan, which basically allows me to build anything that I want. So I can say, Swan, let's optimize our deal process. How can you help? So Swan will think the user needs help with the deal process, and it will just present me with some pre-built agent options that I can start away quickly, but I'm super flexible and can go into different directions. But just to streamline the demo, we'll take kind of like one of the recommended agents. Let's take the closed lost analyst, which performs postmortems on every lost deal and feeds insights back into your pipeline. But Swan can offer me different types of agents as well. We have a buying committee mapper that turns a one contact deal into a power map, and a deal health monitor, which keeps every deal on live support until it closes. So let's go with 3. So I'm going to go with the closed loss analysis. And Swan will help me set up with no technical understanding, no code, low code, nothing like NA10 or Clay, nothing super technical, super easy. First, we'll spin up the trigger. Basically, Swan will recommend that whenever something updates, a deal stage updates to close loss in the CRM, the agent will fire. Sounds good to me. And after the trigger, basically, we want to kind of go deep into the agent itself. So Swan will configure the trigger, and now we'll move on to the data scope. Okay, so what do we want to actually consider when we want to analyze closed loss deals? So Swan will pull the deal record, value owner, stage history, associated company and contact data, the last activity, 10 activity logs, deal notes, etc. So I can just say yes, or I can instruct it to go and find other information either in my CRM or email, etc. But let's continue like that, keeping it super simple. So now after the data scope has been defined, now we actually want to understand what's the actions that Swan should take. So Swan recommend updating back into the CRM. It recommend close loss reason to have an auto-classified reason updated in the CRM, then the summary itself in kind of like short natural language, and then actually to create a task depending on the plan and the next step. So for me, that sounds great. And I would like to proceed. And now Swan will recommend that we'll actually focus on visibility. So after each analysis of a closed lost deal, it will post a summary to a sales lost insights in Slack and DM the deal owner with a digest plus test link. So that sounds great. I'm ready. So perfect. Took us around 3 minutes to actually build our first agents that help us analyze why we're losing deals and update everything into the CRM. I can click here on deploy agent, and that's it basically. Now, to show you kind of like how that agent works from end to end, I'll go into HubSpot. I already have a deal ready. It's Healthy.io. It's been demo done in the stage, and I'm going to move it to closed lost. And I actually did that before the call, so I already have a Slack notification waiting for me with the entire analysis. And we're going to see basically the Slack interface. Guys, can you see Slack? Hoping that you can. If not, Itai, message me in WhatsApp if you can't see anything. But here you can see that healthy deal closed lost, compliance block postponement. So basically healthy closed lost after 3 months evaluation. The CEO confirmed they require SOC 2 compliance before proceeding with POC, explicitly stated willingness to test once the SOC 2 is ready in Q1 2026. So the actions that the agent took, it updated the deal close loss reason to security, privacy issues, created a comprehensive post-mortem note in the CRM, updated the company employee count to 125, which it took on its own after researching the company, and created a Q1 2026 re-engagement task for Ido. Now, Ido is the deal owner here. That's why he created a task for it. I can see kind of an even more deep analysis of the closed loss reason, the deal sequence, and then some information about the company itself. But the cool thing is it doesn't stop here. I can say, Swan, create a task also for me to follow up. I have a good relationship with Ben. So Swan will mark that it's actually taking a look at it and will now perform the relevant actions within our CRM. So it's not just a stupid workflow in that sense, not that it's only intelligent, it can actually respond to me in Slack and act as my co-pilot. So I don't need to context switch, and I can just move at the speed of thought throughout my GTM processes. And it will now tell me that it is creating a follow-up task for you with Ben. And we'll see kind of like the result of that. But I can even also, beyond just following up, I can even give feedback to Swan and to improve itself. So I can actually tell it here, and let's take it in the channel. I can say, Swan, whenever we have a security closed lost reason, notify Ido, our CPO. He should be aware this is blocking deals. Okay, so I can move in parallel working with Swan here. Already Swan told me done, created a follow-up task for you with Ben at Healthy for January, tied to both the company and Ben's contact record. Should be a warm re-engagement once SOC 2 is ready. I can have the link here to the task, specifically in HubSpot if I want to go and check it out for both of these assets that it created. Meanwhile, I can actually take a look here in Slack. I instructed Swan to change the way that the agent works. And again, Swan will tell me I'm looking into the post-mortem agent to add security closed loss notifications for Ido. So you see, if I want to provide feedback to Swan, I can just do it in Slack, and it will just take away all the technical complexity and do it for me on my behalf, enabling me to move at the speed of thought. And this is just an example, basically, for go-to-market teams across the world. We power more than 200 customers that are using Swan for different types of use cases, not only to analyze closed lost deals, but to create thorough reports whenever a deal has been created, to generate pipeline, to prepare for meetings, and to make sure that reps are following the right methodologies. The use cases are wide and are only limited by your imagination. So I definitely encourage you guys to play with Swan, and we have a special deal for the RevHub community, and it will be here in the comments. But if you have any questions about if Swan can support your specific use case, or how should you implement AI agents within your go-to-market strategy, then feel free to reach out to me either over email or on LinkedIn. I try to be super responsive. Thank you so much, guys. It's been a pleasure.